Saturday morning. I'm all good to go. I'm all excited. Saturday, took kids to football. I'm ready to go. I'm like, I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna go on anyway. I'm gonna go on a little bit later than normal. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That'll be good. That'll be good. And then I sit down, I'm getting all geared up, trying to catch up on some of the headlines, trying to put my time in a little bit of show prep. And then and I see comments like that one. Just trying to do the right thing out here. Just trying to make it fun. Anyway, just kidding. I know you're just messing with me. Oh, Saturday morning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so late night, early rise, whatever, all that hubbub. How come they never say burn in the daylight oil? What if you burn all the oil? Can you burn all the oil? I think you can burn it all. So that whole thing about burning the candle on both sides and all that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, get ready. It's coming. What did I had? I had a shirt back in the day. What did it say? Another con. The next, because there was that second phase, something con. I forget. Whatever. There was a shirt about the next phase of the diseases that is going to come out next. And get ready, guys.
Hey, if you're worried about the hantavirus situation.
Public service announcement. If you are worried about what's it called? The hantavirus. Clearly, I'm very worried about this virus. I didn't even know what it was called.
Hey, if you're worried about the hantavirus situation, wear a mask. wear a respirator, even outside. This is
Yeah, you know what? Please do that. If you are worried about it, you should do that. You should totally do that.
the head strap one. This is an N95. There are also KN95s, which are just the ear loop ones. The
Let us
tighter it
all
is to your
know.
face, the better, which is why the head straps are a little bit more protective.
We're not doing this
It
again.
basically just creates like a seal
I'm not
to
doing this
prevent air
again.
from coming in
I
or
didn't do it
escaping.
before either.
You can also get these really cool little sip valves so you can drink without taking your mask off. Also just reducing risk. It's just like a little
Yeah, look, you can drink out of there.
pop.
I'm sure that no bacteria or nothing get on there because if it's like the military gas mask, the military gas mask has like a little hose attachment you put on the inside there, so you can just kind of grab it with your lips. I'm not going to demonstrate; that would be weird. But you're just going to kind of grab it with your lips, and then you drink. You put the canteen on the other side. This is kind of the same idea. I'm sure that no bacteria. You probably reuse that and reuse that. You probably just let it go. Just wear it for months. You know, as a matter of fact, all you people out there like that, maybe you should do exactly that. You should think, you know what? Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should do that. Like wear the big old scarlet letter or whatever, you know? And then eventually we're all gonna know.
The straw through there.
It's like self-identifiers.
Really easy to cut it. But yeah. I am begging you all, please, for the love of God. I'm seeing so many videos and comments of people being like, I don't have the time. I don't feel like it. Guess what, y'all? Like, did we not learn from 2020 that?
Yes. Yes, we did learn from 2020. The antivirus. That's exactly the point. Yes, we did learn from 2020. The point is that this lady didn't learn from 2020. She was trained in 2020.
The time. I don't feel like it. Guess what, y'all? Like, did we not learn from 2020 that that's just wishful thinking and denial is not how we prevent anything. We actually need to like take measures, and sometimes they're not that fun. I mean, I'm used to wearing a mask because I've been wearing one since 2020.
No, really?
Still not my most
Really?
favorite thing in the world. Obviously, I have a beautiful smile. I would love to show it off. I'm a very expressive person. However, that's much less important to me than my long-term health.
You know, even with her blue hair, I would still rather see a smile than the mask on her face.
And the health of other people. So yeah, I am begging you all, please just fucking wear a respirator. If you need to try different kinds, there's a fuck ton of different kinds. If you need to try some, reach out to me, reach out to other people in the COVID cautious community, reach out to your local mask block.
What did she call it? COVID conscious community?
In the COVID cautious community, reach
Oh,
out to your
wow,
local
okay.
mask block if those are still a
Another
thing.
group, guys. It's another group. It's a group. Oh man, another group we can join.
Go on
beautiful.
the
The more
subreddit
people tell us
masks
what to
for
think,
all, and
I'll have to think
people
about
would
it for a
we are
second.
like dying for more people to wear them to keep everyone safe and themselves safe. And while hantavirus, it says it's not spread, you know, directly person to person, except there's like one strain. That might be the one
Clearly got
that's
the
it. And
science
also
down.
mutations happen. So like, let's just not fuck around with fate this time and like actually just do something to keep everyone safe and prevent lockdowns. Because us just ignoring it and being like, I don't feel like dealing with, that's not going to do anything, unfortunately.
Ooh, man, you know what? The one thing that's good about all this stuff. No, what is this? One thing that's good about all this stuff is that it really separates and it really kind of contrasts and shows exactly what is going on, the difference between the subverted, not the right and the left, because they're subverted on both sides, the subverted and the unsubverted. When we had COVID masks, when you had people wearing COVID masks, that was your best opportunity. You know, all the people on the progressive left were putting their masks on. They were all about it. They were excited. Yeah, let's wear masks. What do they call that? To stop the spread, was it 15 or something like that? To stop the spread. They were excited. And then like the lefties and liberals, they did it too. And the people in the middle did it. And The weak-willed ones on the right did it, and the ones that were forced into it, I get it. I wore a mask. I'm sorry. I wore a mask under one condition. I wore a mask when I was working inside someone else's home. And if they wanted me to wear a mask when I was in their home, then I honored that. Outside of that, no. Nor did my kids or any of them or any of that. Or we didn't do any of that. So during COVID, we ended up, we stood up to the school board. We ended up, I printed up some documents to send with the kids to school, and they never had to wear masks, and they were kind of, my youngest in kindergarten was ostracized a bit, and yada yada. But whatever. I'm proud of them. That was great. So we'll have to see what happens with this. I haven't been watching it all that close, but now it's starting to tick up in the headlines a little bit. So I'm going to start to try to pay a little bit more attention to it. We'll have to see what happens. My, oh my, how the tables. Oh, wait, that was that. They say from The Office. My, oh my, how the turntables. And then he doesn't know what to say.
Are you shocked at all at the enormous response you've gotten from the crowds, from the voters, from the people out there in America? Because you shocked the Republicans.
Right. It's been so really amazing. We went to Mobile, Alabama a couple of weeks ago. We had 31,000 people. At Dallas, Texas the other day, and we had 20,000 people, and did it in about 3 days, filled it up in 3 days. There's been a tremendous response in New Hampshire and Iowa. No matter where we go, it seems that the response, it just gets better and better.
I'm not surprised at all. I'll tell you why. Is because
I'm liking him a lot.
No. I'm liking you too. I'm liking you too.
I'm
not surprised at all, because especially in the Republican field, because the Republican Party has been a big pusher of the idea that money is speech. And you're a $10 billion mouth.
Yeah.
It's
another way.
You're their worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare. Do you think they really want to stop you? Do you think they can stop you?
I think that the establishment and the Republican Party probably isn't that thrilled. I will say this. I'm financing my own campaign. It's a self-funder. In other words, I'm spending my own money. I'm not asking the lobbyists.
Almost seemed like you liked him there.
Are you
Didn't it? It did to me. Eventually,
America?
This is one of the best videos I've seen of this. I don't know if you're following this. Chud the Builder. Good old Chud the Builder. I'm pretty sure this is edited. My gosh, I hope it is. I guess we'll see. Let's see what happens. Haters, get ready with your buttons. Get ready.
You don't believe in freedom of speech? Why not?
So I don't know if you're familiar, but this guy here on the left in the cowboy hat goes out and I guess it's in Nashville, Tennessee, and he goes out and he does exactly what some of the people did with us back in the day when we were out there protesting in DC. He just has a bit of a different technique, but he basically just goes around and he tries to trigger people on camera. He tries to trigger black people on camera by using the N-word and calling them racial slurs and all that kind of stuff. And I'm all for the free speech. I talked about this the other day. I'm all about the free speech. I'm going to play a little bit of this real quick and we'll see what happens.
You don't believe in freedom of speech?
I like what this guy says.
You know me. Why can't I get to know you? Hey, look these are the guys that ruined America. White cucks. White weak men, beta cucks. Pussy ass cucks. Yeah. You're a fucking nigger, bro. What's going on here? You should be.
Anyway, so it's not edited, but anyway, he goes around and the guy talks.
You did, but you said it before. You got a gun on you. Pepper spray people. Look, man, I don't know what the deal is.
You're ruining America, people like you.
Trust me,
Make an excuse for people that commit violence. People who use violence to suppress our freedoms.
Well, long story short, it's probably not really even watching. Long story short, this guy comes up and says, basically he does the moral argument. Hey man, why are you doing this, man? Like, why are you doing it? And the guy gives him the same old, because freedom of speech. And but that's not the answer to the question that man asked him. He said, "Why are you doing this?" And he says, "Freedom of speech." That's not the answer to the why are you doing this. He said, "Why are you doing this?" Not why can you do this. What he needed to do, he didn't. But what he needed to do was stay on that question. No. I said, "Why are you doing this?" Because the answer is pretty clear. It's for clicks and likes and donations and fame. That's what it's for. Just like a lot of these other sensational, provocative, just to be provocative type streamers online that go out and do the very easy thing. Like other ones will go out and what do? They'll go out and antagonize cops, right? And that I think is always kind of funny to me because people go, "Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. He's so brave. He stood up to those evil police officers. Look how brave he is. It's amazing."
Wrong.
Meanwhile, it's the safest people you can mess with because they can't do anything back. And if they do, you're rich. Ding, rich instantly. But the point is he can go out and do this all he wants as long as he's not provoking. The First Amendment wasn't written to protect the speech that we like. It was written to protect the speech that we don't like. It's unnecessary. It's horrible. What he does is horrible. It's dehumanizing. It's ugly. It's evil. It's all the things. All of them. And I pointed out the other day that it shouldn't exist in a moral and virtuous society, which is exactly what the founders said we have to have for the republic to last. He's allowed to do what he's doing. Should he do what he's doing is a totally different argument. Of course not. It's horrible. That's horrible. Why go out there and antagonize people like that? I just don't get it. I mean, I know why. We all know why. Like I said, we know why. It's for money. It's for the same reason that a lot of these people out there do these things. For money and fame. It's always the same thing. If he gets into fighting words or threats, things like that, then he's crossing the line. Now he's on the edge. But what he's done already is he's put himself in a position where if he goes out and does self-defense, if you go through some of the things he said, some of the posts he's made, he talked about premeditated self-defense. He said he'll defend his life with lethal force. Don't approach him. He says all kinds of stuff. But meanwhile, he's out there also hitting people with mace and things like that, pepper spray or whatever, bear spray, the big can, commercial grade or whatever you want to call it, right? But because he's putting all that stuff out there already, it's not going to work out well for him. The only way it's just not going to work out well for him. He's going to end up going to jail for something. And you know what? I'm not sure he shouldn't. We'll have to see what the situation with how it unfolds, but it's not going to be a good situation. The guy's armed. He's got pepper spray. He's got somebody with him, I guess. So who knows? I don't get it. I don't like the hate. I don't like it. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us don't like it. I don't see the point in it. On a side note, two quick things here. Two quick things. Try to get them quick because I'm gonna have to find the other one real fast. But anyone remember this?
The war has pushed prices up. They could go as high as $200 a barrel, some analysts think. How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes.
The war has pushed prices up. They could go as high as $200 a barrel, some analysts think.
As long as it takes.
How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes.
The war has pushed prices up.
As long as it takes. As long as it takes. There's another one. Basically, I forget who it was now. Gillibrand? No. I don't know. saying basically the president doesn't control gas prices. And he really doesn't. Although, what he does affect gas prices. You would be lying, at least being dishonest, if you would say that he doesn't. Obviously what's going on in the Middle East is going to affect gas prices. Durr. Of course we know that. There's so much to it, though. I don't know. I heard this. I don't know. This Ocasio-Cortez clip. Have you heard this? I haven't even listened to the whole thing. I've heard pieces of it. Of her talking about billionaires, I guess. Billionaires, I guess.
There's a certain level of wealth and accumulation that is unearned, right? You can't earn $1 billion.
That's right.
You just can't earn that.
That's exactly correct.
You can get market power. You can break rules. You can do all sorts of things. You can abuse labor laws.
Yep.
You can pay people less than what they're worth.
Yep.
But you can't earn that, right?
That's
and
right.
so you have to create a myth that since you didn't earn that, you have to create a myth of earning it. There's a certain...
You have to hear that sigh at the end.
Earn that. You have to create a myth of earning it. There's a...
So disappointed. She's so disappointed. Can you feel the disappointment through the microphone? I can't even do it because it's so much better than...
A myth of earning it.
That was perfect. That was all breath, no voice. That was beautiful. That was amazing.
Certain level of wealth and accumulation that is unearned. Right?
Unearned.
You can't earn $1 billion.
You can't earn. That's the key word there. Earn $1 billion. She says you can't earn $1 billion. I don't understand. Like these people these billionaires, what's the Amazon guy's name? I can't think of it. Whatever. I can see his face. It doesn't matter. Amazon, like it or hate it, it is Jeff Bezos. It is amazing. It is a game changer, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? It's changed a lot of lives for the better. Think of that way. How many people like shut-ins and stuff like that? How many people that it actually helps? Elon Musk, for instance, what has he got? What, PayPal, Tesla? So he's bringing us electric cars, trying to save the environment. He's trying to get people to Mars. He's trying to cure blindness and all. I mean, it's a little creepy. This whole thing is a little creepy. I don't know enough about it, to really know. Maybe one day I'll look into it, but. For the most part, on the surface, he's doing all kinds of these amazing things for people and their health and that kind of stuff. He's going to space. He's building electric cars. He pushes free speech for the most part on X. These people bring something to the table. They create something. I heard somebody say, I don't even remember who it was, a long time ago. I never got a job from a poor person. I just don't understand the hate just because people have money. It doesn't make any sense to me as far as that goes. What we got going on? Let me put the old glasses on. We'll see what's going on in the chat. Saturday mornings are a little bit different, a little slower, a little more chill. I think we're a little bit more chill. She's pointing out.
She's pointing out that billionaires have corrosive effect morally and politically on our country. And you can just focus on the size she makes. Weird.
What corrosive effect? What corrosive effect exactly? You could say that. That's a good narrative. That's a good, that's great. That's great. Good. Cool story, bruh. Cool story.
trust me, bro.
Well, tell me how they do it. I might even agree with you on a lot of areas where they're corrosive to society morally. But make your case. Don't just they're bad. They're bad because I said so. They're bad. Is someone that works construction earning his $20 more than a secretary? How can she say who earned what? Oh. JD Vance lost his page. Skip, I was a rich Jewish man. I told me invite you to my private island. Okay, I wouldn't go.
It was stone cold.
I wouldn't go. You know who else wouldn't go? I saw this the other day. Popped across my screen. I thought it was worth it.
I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals.
They claimed that Kamala was going to be there too.
Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Part of the reason that a lot of Americans love him, and they call, a lot of people say, well, I was having this conversation the other day, that he's a man of the people. Trump's like a man of the people. He doesn't capitulate. He's not like all these other politicians that just say whatever they need to say so that they can get your votes, so they can get your likes, they can get your donation, whatever it is.
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina.
This is the black audience.
Which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money, they were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that, and let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala.
I love it.
I was told my opponent was going to be here.
Most politicians wouldn't call this out. They wouldn't say anything about it. They'd just be quiet and whatever.
I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
if you
it's
can
a
answer
very
the question
nasty
on your rhetoric
question.
and why you
I have
believe that
answered
black
the
voters
question.
should trust you with another
I
4
have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act.
And for you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. You believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different.
This is where he goes. This is where it's all
I've known her
Trump.
a long time indirectly, not directly, very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect either
historically black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do
And
you
I
believe
think,
that
I think
she is
somebody should look into that too.
And people get mad when I play stuff from before because it's like it doesn't show them in a good light. Like, do you keep going back to old clips because any coverage of more recent stories reflect negatively on the administration? No.
Wrong.
What do I have here? I got one I got to put up here. Well, sooner or later, you need to relocate. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. It's early. So, of the equator, if you still have money, Ecuador is a good choice. But if your funds are low, Paraguay is a great choice. Wherever, as long as they, I assume you're talking about illegal aliens, as long as they go home. Billionaires, in reference to billionaires being corrosive to society morally, they accumulate wealth that allows them to influence politics and the economy in a democratic and unaccountable way. I mean, yeah, yeah, that's not. You're not wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm not a big fan of like Elon Musk putting money towards Trump's side or the other way around. I'm not a big fan of any of that stuff. I've talked before, but I think we should have money in like public money available for campaigns and things like that, so people can run like regular people can run. You know, like I've thought about running for stuff, but there's no chance. Whenever I couldn't run against my district would be. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh, it'd be amazing. My district, if I was going to run, I would have to run like if I started obviously in the National Congress, I would have to run against Summer Lee. And I think that would be a very interesting campaign, most likely. I wonder, pardon me. I wonder what angle she would take. I wonder what she would say. I wonder if racism would come. I wonder. It's not like her go-to thing, but I wonder because so many people still believe all the racism stuff and whatever. People look at me and they go, "Oh, white guy with a beard, shaved head, he must be a racist. He must be a racist." You like that? It's fancy. This is a studio. Anyway, the racism thing works still. It doesn't make any. I don't understand it, to be honest with you. Like this guy.
A lot of black people don't take this thing serious, man. They don't take the threats of a white man serious, especially when the last video I just posted. The white senator said he want to bring slavery back and eradicate all black people. Let me let you understand something.
What senator said that? I'm gonna have to look that one up, but I haven't heard that anywhere. So my assumption is that it's probably fake news.
For those of you who thinking these white people playing games, these people used to hang people in trees for having a temper tantrum because a black man didn't bring his lemonade cold enough.
Fair.
These people used to rape black women and find out the baby that the black woman was carrying wasn't theirs. It was her actual husband's. And they would cut her.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So they killed.
And you say they just rage baiting. They just playing. They just talking. These people killing kids right now by the 100,000s.
Who is?
For beachfront property, my nigga.
Beachfront property.
To build hotels.
Just white people or Jewish people or white people?
These people just kidnapped California. A Venezuelan president because they too lazy to dig oil their damn self. These people are chasing Mexican cartels.
What do you think?
To save their own money, to take these drugs from these cartels and their illegal money. to fund wars.
Oh, so now the American government's taking their drugs and selling them.
And you think these crackers is rage baiting, nigga?
Okay.
Please.
They could print money,
Get your shit together.
They could just print it. They can just print money. I don't know where the logic from that comes, but that guy hates white people. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I hate that. I hate that that's even, the people are, not necessarily that there's hate. I get that there's hate. I mean, I hate that there's hate, obviously, but, I get that there's hate out there and all that kind of stuff. I just wish people weren't so gullible to it, weren't so receptive to it, weren't so willing to just hate somebody because they're fill in the blank. It doesn't matter what you say because they're a different color, because they're a different race, because they're a different ethnicity, because they're a different religion, because they're a different sex, different sexual preference, whatever. It doesn't matter what fill in the blank. It doesn't matter what you put there. People are just trying to hate anybody that's different than them. Ben Carson would be a good president. I don't know. I feel like he's just too dang weak. He's too passive. Clearly, Trump's the other side of the scale on that. But I just feel like I love Ben Carson. I like him a lot. I think he would better serve in a few other places. Kamal doesn't even look Indian. I know, but she's half Indian, half Jamaican, I think, or something like that. Yeah, old news. He has failed as a president. I mean, arguments, facts and stuff. Just opinion. Your empty opinion is it's slightly interesting, I suppose, but really, I I don't know, man. Yeah, anyway, but as far as the people go, it just discourages me to see people so willing to hate other people just based on whatever, based on the color of their skin and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter. And all these groups that form and how the people just run to these groups and they want to be part of these groups, and then they don't have to think, they don't have to be informed anymore, like they say we're supposed to be. Like Thomas Jefferson said we were supposed to be, was to be informed, an informed public. They don't have to be informed anymore. They can just go with the group think. They don't have to have individual thought. They can get rid of that now. They don't have to do any of that stuff. They can just do what the group says. Whatever the group says, the group must have researched. The group knows. The group knows. There's got to be some movie clip I could play that would be great. The group knows. The group knows. It's creepy. Creepy. A lot of hate going on. I'm like scrolling the news right here, looking for something that's good, or anything that's good or happy or funny, or anything that's not just, oh, everything's horrible, we're all gonna die. And it's sad because I can't find anything. It's all murder, death, fighting, war, stupid politicians. I'm not even on my own feed. I'm on this one. I'm not even logged in. I'm just general, whatever. Oh, interesting. This one here is on my account. This is what I was looking for before. Remember?
Obviously. So, to be really clear, obviously, the president does not control the price of gasoline. No president does. But what we're seeing right now is this global mismatch between supply and demand. Oil production is lagging behind as the rest of the economy roars back to life after the shutdowns, obviously. So, to be really clear, obviously, the president does not control the price of gas.
That's interesting. That's weird. That's weird. Jennifer Granholm, Energy Secretary under Joe Biden. It's amazing. It's not necessarily true. I think the president's policies can influence the gas prices. There's a lot of other things at play there. People tend to use it as a political football and blame it completely on the president or completely off the president. It depends what party is in the White House. If it's the Republican Party, high gas prices are your fault. If it's the Democrat Party, high gas prices, as you just heard, get nothing to do with the president. What a silly assumption to say. That's just crazy that you would say, oh, I played old stuff again. That one dude's going to be mad at me. It's crazy that you would say that's. Is that the. Oh, this is the. I don't know if I should. This is the video that Faith on Thursday night she was talking about the shooter. Driver shoots and kills a suspected carjacker after trying to take the car with his kids inside. So I don't know. I thought that the kids we were talking about it, and she thought there was people in the back of the car. Now it's different than we were saying. Do you think that this is a legal shooting? So I'm going to put it full screen, I guess, so maybe you can see it. Well, that's not really full screen, but anyway, this guy comes and he gets into this guy's car, and the man runs over to stop him, but he got his family in the car. I know there's a woman that runs away from the passenger seat with the small child. I thought they got rid of all the kids, so I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Let me check it. I guess there's no sound. So yeah, this guy in the white shirt is the father. The guy in the peach with his pants falling down is the weirdo that's just trying to get into his car and drive away with it. Now, the driver already has a gun in his hand right now. This guy's in the car with this guy's family in it. He needs to be more careful with where he's pointing that gun. So it looks like the family's getting out. They're all getting out. There's a struggle going on, but it seems to me the car would be empty at this point. Now, he backs up. This would have been the only chance he had to, as far as I was thinking before, to shoot the guy right here when he's backing up. And the guy's coming at him right here. But he didn't, which is good. So he backs up, he goes around the other side of the car, which I believe is empty now. I don't know who's in front of the car. I'll have to look into the story, but right here, it ends up shooting him right there. And I'm just like, his life wasn't in direct danger, I don't think, at that point. And if there's no kids in the car at that point, unless there's a baby back there or something, I could totally see it then. You're not going to drive away with my baby in the back, that's for sure. That's for sure you're not going to drive away with the baby in the back. Yeah, he did. He did. I'm still alive too, because I don't do that stuff, right? I am alive. I am alive as well. I agree. The FAFO. I mean, like, I'm of the belief, like, if you break into somebody's house, then you've given up your right to live. You put that on the table, and you're risking that for whatever it is you might get for doing it. I don't know what you expect to get when you break into someone's house, but obviously money of some sort or whatever, but
magnitude. We inherited a deficit.
Oh, New York. New York. New York. They elected a communist. Here we are, only a few months in.
New York City faces a budget crisis of a historic magnitude.
Look at that. Amazing.
We inherited a deficit larger than any since the Great Recession. Years of
Did any of us doubt that it was going to be someone else's fault? I mean, there is no doubt that there's been mismanagement for years in New York City, clearly, but it's like now he acts like it's a big surprise that they just found this out. Oh, don't know where this came from. Meanwhile, he started some new office. I forget what it's called now. Dang it, this memory. He's throwing money at opening these new departments. But now he's begging for money at the same time.
Historic magnitude.
You shouldn't
We
tax the
inherited
rich
a
out of your
deficit
city.
larger than any since the Great Recession. Years of mismanagement and chronic underbudgeting, alongside a structural imbalance between what New York City sends to the state and what we receive in return, have taken a toll. We cannot close this deficit with savings alone. We need new revenue, and we need a structural reset in our relationship with the state. That is the only way to meet our legal obligation to pass a balanced budget, and to do so without imposing a financial burden onto the backs of working people. I'm glad to partner with Speaker Menon as we call upon Albany and deliver a balanced budget. Together, we are extending the executive budget deadline from this coming Friday until May 12th, because a crisis of this scale cannot be solved without state action. I want to be clear. We are not simply asking others to act. New York City is doing our part. We are committed to governing with the fiscal responsibility this moment demands. Speaker Menon and I have already identified meaningful savings, and we will continue that work carefully, deliberately, and without cutting the services that New Yorkers rely on. But we cannot do it alone. That is why we are standing together this morning, to underscore what is at stake and to call on Albany to deliver additional revenue.
If New York, as this one guy said, where'd that go? We need more Muslims in public office. And I think he went on to say that he's so proud of New Yorkers. I'm so proud of my fellow New Yorkers. I can't wait to see what happens to New York. I mean, I don't want it to happen in New York City. I want New York City to be prosperous and great, a great place to live and do business. It's it's a financial capital of the country, and it's if New York's doing good, then that's only good for America. Great. But man, I can't wait to see New York over the next few years. The only way that it's not going to be a 100% complete and utter disaster is if they get some sort of I'll call it a bailout, but lots and lots of federal money or state money to float the city and make it look good. The kind of what they did with Pittsburgh, and they're putting all this money into Pittsburgh to make it look good instead of fixing it with correcting the political leadership that's gotten us to the depleted state that it is in and New York City is in. I'll say again too, like I don't necessarily Muslims in office too. I wonder what the founders would say. I feel like Thomas Jefferson wouldn't be cool with it. I do believe that you should have to be able to serve in public office. I don't think that you should have to have, natural born citizenship, but I do think that you should have to have your grandparents have natural born citizenship. You should have 3 generations born in America before you're allowed to run for office, or at least 2, I guess it would be, before you're allowed to run for office. What do you think about that? I bet you there's some people that would hate that. That would make people mad. New York has fallen, and it's nothing but trash now. So you see what happens to the country when our oil reserves run out. Okay. Didn't they almost run out pretty much? Like, weren't they the lowest point in a long ass time with Biden? I thought they were. I'm pretty sure they were. Remember he was doing that. He was emptying it to try to artificially, as most things in that administration were, to artificially lower the price of gas. Man, if all you gotta do is pay attention just a little bit. You just gotta pay a little bit of attention. Just pay a little bit of attention. Oh, trying to see what we got out here for. It's just all bad stuff. I don't want to see bad stuff. I don't want to push bad news all the time. People arguing and fighting. Oh, you know what? Oh, let me see. I can see if I can find it real quick. Give me 1 second here. All right, I had to sneeze there. Sorry. I have to look up. All right, let's see. Let's see. Where's the gift shop? I'm checking out I'm checking out the Obama. I'm gonna put it up on the full screen here for a second. This is the Obama what do you want to call it? The presidential library. Now I heard a rumor. Where's the gift shop? Do you see it anywhere? All right, outdoor forms for music. What? Programs, stories. Where's the gift shop? Is there a gift shop? Former volunteer foundation shop. All right. I heard there was some interesting stuff on here. One thing I wanted to double check and see if I could find was I heard shop bags, kids and toys, apparel, accessories. What in the heck is that? Is that the building? That's a pin, a brooch. Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to look it up a little bit more. I heard he was selling Saul Alinsky's book on there, but I can't. I didn't think that was true. Well, years classic, Chicago proud. I don't know. We'll have to look and see. I don't see it anywhere, so maybe it's not true. Who knows? Maybe it's not true. Maybe it's not true. I was trying to look at the Obama website there to see if I heard that there was a book he was. Oh wait, books and media. Hang on, let me bring it back up. Why is it not? Oh, this tab here. There you go. Books and media. These are the books he has for sale at the gift shop. I'm just looking. I wanted to see if Solinsky's book was on here. Oh, wow. Rules for radicals. We should all be familiar. This country's leading hellraiser shares his impassioned counsel to young radicals on how to effect constructive social change and know the difference between being a realistic radical and being a rhetorical one. That's interesting. He's really selling that on his website. Whenever he was on the campaign trail and everything, and Saul Alinsky came up into the conversation, I remember him saying, "Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't have anything to do with him, or I don't follow him. Or I didn't read him." And it's amazing. I wish he was born in America so he could run for president. Mom Donnie would be better than Trump. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Good morning. Let's see what else we got here. They changed the comment. What do you communism never fails to make things better. Okay. Islam is about peace and respect. Don't believe the propaganda people. I mean, do what you want, but that's not true. That's not true. There's peaceful Muslims. Don't get me wrong, but what that says is not true. Just saying. Just saying. This dude is oh, I'm sorry.
This dude is telling you all about New York, and he's never effing been there before. Yaha! I totally have been there before. Totally. I've been to New York, bruh.
Come on, bruh. I've been to New York. New York, New York. Jefferson had children with his slaves. which meant he owned some of his own children. Who gives a F what he said? I mean, people that don't care or have any concept of history or any of that stuff, they don't care what he said. Those people don't care what he said. He's been estimated, I believe he was estimated having a IQ of like 170 or something based on all of his writings and stuff. And his incredible style. He wrote the Declaration of Independence. He was against slavery, as a matter of fact. Wanted to push it out. You should look into some of the first drafts of the Declaration of Independence. I don't know the exact wording, so I'm not going to get into it right now. But you should maybe go back and read some of the original drafts and some of the stuff that Jefferson wanted to put in there. They knew that they couldn't do that and create the Union. Yeah, you should definitely check out. It's called History. That's what it is. History. You should check it. It's interesting. It's out there. And the thing about history is it's like totally free. All you have to have is like one of these little thingies. These little things. And then you can check the history. It's all free. It's totally amazing. It really is amazing. Let's see. If the news covered Trump fairly, he would be the most popular president in history. I agree with that. I have to say I agree with that because they've made presidents popular that were actually bad for the country. And I'm not saying bad for the right. I'm just saying bad for the country. Let's see. Smack. Legendary. Where are we at? Yeah, that building. Someone said ugly building. I think it was Sapphire. That building is remarkably ugly. Don't spam. Don't be spamming. Boink. Go take a time. Take a time just for a minute. We know we get it. You like Israel. It's great. It's amazing. Just take a second. Slow it down. Just a hair. You'll be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. So what we got here today is we have our power is going to be out for like 8 hours today, which is great. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're going to spend some family time together. We're going to spend some really quality family time together. Maybe I'll go work in the garage. maybe that would be a better idea. I have to look into all this stuff too. There was a bunch of stuff that came out about aliens. And I'm sorry, but whenever stuff comes out about aliens, I always go, what else is going on? Because that's what the government does. They're like, hey, aliens, don't look over here. Don't look at that over there. No, everything's fine. There's no fires burning. That's mostly peaceful, is what that is over there. Don't worry about that. Look over here. Look, there's aliens. What's that in the sky? Is that a bird? Is that a plane up there in the sky? I don't know. We should all focus on that. Don't so much look over here where the real things are happening and stuff. Don't worry about what's happening over here. Look up at the sky at the aliens. Look, aliens. Ooh, man. I mean, it's an interesting topic. And I'm sure there's some government secrets on some stuff there. But it just seems like every time there's something in the news that's heavy, all of a sudden it's alien. Look, that looks like aliens. It's just kind of like, come on. It gets a little bit old, I think, after a while. It should for everybody, really. It really kind of should. I could play that video. Let's see. Let me pull this up. There we go. Maybe I don't have it. Oh yeah. So this guy, there's a video of him from before. That Pearson guy, the one that flipped out, went nuts. I'm not gonna pull up because I thought I had a split shot of it. There's a video of him when he was in, I believe it was in Harvard, talking all very Harvardy, just like Jasmine, Mrs. Crockett, how she used to be all proper, not gangster at all, not gangster at all. Anyway, we're gonna have to get going because I gotta get some stuff done before that goes. Gotta get the generator out, make sure the food stays cold. We got a football game to go to. We got things to do, guys. All right. I'm sorry. All right. There's things going on. It is what it is. I wish I could stay on all day. I wish I could sit here all day. I really kind of do wish I could sit here all day because then I wouldn't have to go out there and I wouldn't have to do any drywall. Wouldn't have to sand anything or wouldn't have to do any work or. Oh, the honey-do list. For others of you out there who have a honey-do list to do today, hope it goes fast. Hope it's easy. Hope you don't have any problems. Hope there's not 6 trips to Home Depot. I truly do. I wish you the best. Call me if you have any questions. All right, God bless you guys. Have a great Saturday. I'll say it for the first time. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Do all the things. Buy the book. All right, yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Do all those things. We'll see you again most likely Monday morning. I'll do the Monday morning thing because we all need to pick me up on Monday morning. I try to get a couple laughs together. We'll try to change it up a little bit. But yeah, anyway, like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. Smile at a stranger and pray for your enemies. And when I said pray for your enemies, if somebody popped in your head and you were like, no way, I can't pray for that person, then that's exactly the person that you should pray for. And I could tell you why, but you won't believe me. You got to do it sincerely. And then you'll know why. God bless you.